we detected an unusual trade worth $500,000 on SoundHound AI stock, ticker symbol SOUND. And so in this video, we'll break down the unusual options activity to figure out whether this wealthy investor is bullish and buying, expecting the stock to move higher, or bearish and selling, expecting the stock to move lower. Because as we all know, the rich have more access to exclusive research and information, sometimes even leaked insider information, giving them an edge to make better, smarter financial decisions. This is how smart money always stays one step ahead, well before the rest of the market catches on. No wonder the rich get richer. And so, to level the playing field, let's dive into our analysis to gain insights from the rich so that our subscribers and members can profit from this deep knowledge too. As we can see here on the options time and sales tape, our systems detected something very unusual happening at the August 1 options expiration cycle. And so if we filter out the other dates and focus on the August 1st options, we can see that on June 24, throughout the day, these August 1 options at the 12 strike calls were being traded multiple times for these same call options, and they were also being traded at about the same price, around 47 per contract. Keep in mind that options are priced per share, and each options contract controls 100 shares of stock, so we multiply by 100 or simply move the decimal 2 places to the right. That means each contract costs $47. And so, to calculate the total cost this wealthy investor spent, we multiply the price per contract by the total number of contracts traded. And so, how many contracts is that? Well, we can start by checking how many open contracts existed before these unusual trades were made. And so, let's take a look at the historical data from June 24, the day this unusual option activity happened. And we can see here for the August 1st options at the 12 strike calls, the open interest was 102 open contracts. At the time, a spike in volume occurred because of all those trades. But how many are still in the trade, meaning they are still open and not closed? Because they could have been day trades. So let's find out by checking the data a day later, today, on the option chain for the same August 1st options at the 12 strike calls. And we can see that the open interest has now jumped to 11,486 open contracts. So this increase tells us that most of those trades stayed open. And so to calculate the change in new opening contracts, we take 11,486, subtract by the 102 contracts opened previously, and we have 11,384 new contracts opened. And now we can calculate the cost of these new trades by multiplying the total number of new contracts by the price we saw earlier on the options time and sales tape of $47 per contract. And this equals a total value of approximately $500,000 or $500,000 for this unusual option activity. But keep in mind, this trade carries higher risk than the more selective trades we share on our website. And so if you want to get access to the lower risk trades with a higher probability of profit, then go to our website. We'll put a link up here. Keep in mind that our members also get earlier access to trades like this before anyone else, even before we share it with the public. So if you're tired of being late and want more time to act on these opportunities, just head over to our website, where you can see in real time when and which stocks wealthy investors are trading on Wall Street, so that you can have the same opportunities as the rich. Because if the rich get richer, why shouldn't you? With that said, even though this trade carries higher risk, we still took it, but we used position sizing to manage our risk. As you can see here at the 12 strike calls, since this was a new opening trade, we also traded these call options and got into the same position here. POS stands for our position, and the green color indicates a buy position, because Based on our deep research across multiple variables and data sets, this wealthy investor bought these 12 strike calls for about 47 each, the same price as we calculated and saw earlier on the options time and sales tape. And so when we analyze this trade, you can see here on the risk profile graph where the profit or loss shows up here, and the x-axis represents the share price of the stock, which is currently trading over here, and the y-axis represents the amount of profit or loss. Note the zero break-even line over here. And so when the purple line, which represents the current date, and the blue line, which represents the option's expiration date, are trading below this zero break-even line, as the share price goes down, this trade becomes more negative loss. And as the share price goes up, this trade becomes more positive, more profitable, because it's going long bullish on SoundHound AI stock. We can also confirm that by checking the options Greeks. This trade has a positive delta, which means it's positioned long and bullish. If it was a short bearish trade, we would see a negative delta instead. But keep in mind the risk with this trade. It has a negative theta, which means it loses value over time due to time decay. And that is why you can see here the purple line drops down lower to the blue line as we approach the option's expiration date. Since these options lose value through time, the break even on this trade moves higher as time goes on. And so you can see here, even though the call options we bought have a strike price of $12, the stock needs to trade above $12.47 per share for this trade to be profitable at expiration. Because of this added risk, along with other factors, we only took a small position in this trade. We don't invest a lot of capital into these higher risk trades. Instead, we focus most of our capital on lower risk, higher probability of profit trades, the kind of trades we share on our website. We'll put a link to our website here, where you can also learn more strategies to increase your profits. Let us know in the comments. Do you think SoundHound AI stock will move higher or drop lower? As always, please like, subscribe, and until next time, let's keep tracking the trades of the rich so everyday investors can profit too. Take care and have a wonderful day.